Alrighty. Alrighty. So, welcome to the Dragon Age Veilguard stream. I'm your host, Apart39, a guy with a cold and toilet paper on his desk so that I could blow my nose because using paper towels hurts. Well, at the very least, it causes rashes. In either instance, we're here. We're playing Dragon Age Veilguard. I'm praying to God that I'm somewhere close to the end at least. The answer to that, of course, is... That's the best way I can describe it. It's just... So, yeah. That's where things stand currently. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to build up faction strength, so I'm gonna try and raise up the crows and... Yeah, I'm gonna try and raise up the crows and try and raise up the veil jumpers. Let me look up something real quick. Is there a requirement? Alrighty, so there is a requirement. Alright, so the bare minimum we need to get a decent enough ending is to get the faction strength up to 2 stars, apparently. Which should be relatively easy, I guess. It does take away a lot of the bulk of the work I would need to do anyway, but still. So I guess that means the Morn Watch, the Veil Jumpers, the Crows, and of course the Grey Wardens, because I already topped them off already, are gonna be just primo stuff, as it were. Though that means Lords of Fortune and the Shadow Dragons are just gonna be reamed over twice over on Sunday. Well, I guess today by technicality, but it's not midnight yet, so... Anyway, yeah, so... Here we are. Alrighty. Alright, let me see what time is it, so that way I know when to wake up tomorrow, because I'm going to be drinking myself some, what is effectively some horse tranquilizers, so I could get this cold fixed up. Ugh, boy. Hey, Solis. Alright, let's seek out soul ads. What the fuck?
The Danish prisoners escaped safely?
We got them away free and clear.
Good. Whatever my frustrations with them, it feels good to have helped my people again. Thank you for allowing me to help. Chance to infuriate Elganon was a reminder of simpler times.
You said you found the Dalish frustrating. Why is that?
It is unfair to them. I lived for thousands of years, and after I imprisoned the Evanuris, I slept for thousands more. I awoke in a world that had forgotten the ancient times almost entirely.
Oh well.
And those who tried to remember Elven history, like the Dalish, had gotten so much wrong.
I suspect them calling Elganon and Gillenane and all the rest gods didn't go over well with you.
Indeed. To see that the history the Dalish worked so hard to preserve was the propaganda of tyrants was vexing. I tried to explain the truth to one clan. When I convinced them that I was truly Fen'Harel, they attacked me. After that, I hid my explanations behind the facade of having witnessed events in the Fade.
And the Fade is the realm of dreams. Hard to present that as evidence.
Yes. The Dalish had no reason to believe me. I could only watch as they continued to worship Elganon, though we may have seen the last of that tradition, at least.
I'm just imagining how that conversation must have went. I am Fen'Harel. It's like, no, you're not. You're just a bold elf. No, really. I am Fen Harel. Ask me anything Fen Harel will know. I don't know. What were Elganon and Gillenane like? They were assholes. Alright, so whatever. All gods are assholes. Anything else? Well, I could do this, and he does like a finger trick, and then everyone just loses their shit over it.
You and Elganon were really tearing into one another back there.
I needed to goad him to anger in order to distract him. But yes, while all of the Evanuris were monsters in their own ways, Elganon was the worst. Or perhaps it is more honest to say that his were the faults I found most objectionable. You have met him now, heard his voice hammering at the doors of your mind, and you have met me. Can you see how he and I might frustrate one another?
The two of you are too much alike. Both of you want to be in charge.
I have no desire to be in charge.
No, you just want to be able to correct anyone who's not doing everything the way you would have done it.
I see you have been observing me as well during these conversations.
All right. I can see how you and Elganon would hate each other.
He has always been what I most feared becoming. Callous and uncaring, his arrogance unchecked. To have that much power and no one to remind him that he could be wrong.
Well, he had you.
And I suppose I had you.
We would have had a hard time getting out of there without your help.
I did not spend this long preparing you only to lose you to Elganon's machinations. No, I am sorry. That was poorly said. You have earned better from me.
Okay.
When we first met, I saw you only as a foolishly confident child who disrupted my plans. You were an irritant. I gave you information to oppose Elganon out of necessity. You were nothing more than a tool. Seeing you with your team, I was wrong.
I've earned the respect.
I'm impressed you got that out without choking on it.
If I could not admit when I was wrong, I would be no better than Elganon. Your team trusts you, and you listen to them. It is impressive and enviable. It took me centuries to build such a bond during my rebellion, and when I served the Inquisition, I tried to avoid entanglements.
What about the Inquisitor? Does he not count as a friend?
He does. One of several I grew fond of despite myself when I was with the Inquisition. There was also Cole, a spirit of compassion I helped adapt to our world. He was the only one who knew who I really was. I miss him a great deal.
And now he's human.
Josephine, the Inquisition's ambassador, was a bastion of kindness and decency in a world that looked down on elves and apostates. Even Cassandra Pendergast of the Order of the Seekers. She was what a believer should be. Faithful, practical, committed to serving, not ruling. I suppose I did bond with the Inquisition after all, as you have with your team.
Thank you for sharing that. So what comes next? What are the gods going to do?
Elganon and Gillenane are preparing the dagger they will use for their ritual to pierce the veil. Elganon's power is tied to light and darkness. He will need to perform a ritual during the next eclipse.
That gives us some time to prepare.
It is likely to be your last chance to do so. You must be ready for whatever comes, for this world and for the team that trusts you. I know that you will do everything in your power not to fail.
So now Elganon's recovered his own archdemon, and the gods only need an eclipse to complete their dagger.
We saved the Dalish, though. That's important.
But now Elgernon's immortal, so long as his archdemon lives.
And we all know how hard those things are to kill.
We killed Razikale, didn't we?
After losing hundreds of wardens, and it took a centuries-old trap to do it. We don't have either of those. Not anymore.
Just when you think the tide's in your favor, it turns right back.
I've done some great work underwater. You know why no one else can save the world except us? Why the Inquisitor told me it had to be us. Because we don't give up. Knock us down, and we come back swinging.
Nice speech, Rook.
And also, the hero of Ferelden and the Inquisitor and Hawk are all busy doing different stuff.
Found the gods before. Now
Just
that
cut to
that
my
happens,
Grey Warden, just like
help again.
down in the south, knee deep in Darkspawn. Just pretty much recreating the poster for Doom. Oh, jeez. Good times. I'm just imagining as well, my kid Kieran as well is like right behind me, just, you know, taking on a few more Darkspawn while he's at it. Good old-fashioned father-son bonding time while fucking Morrigan is... Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that. While Morrigan is doing whatever the hell she does in this story, whatever. How about the Veil Jumpers?
Did the Veil Jumpers find any traces of where Elganon and his archdemon went?
No. Venatori started swarming the area right after we left, and they had to leave.
The crows may have something. The Antam are moving large quantities of supplies out of the city. Weapons, armor, gatlock, and food. About half are remaining provisions. Enough to feed the Antam navy.
Given the timing, it seems unlikely to be a coincidence.
Wherever those supplies are headed, that's likely where we'll find the gods. Any more details from the crows, Lucanus?
They said the Antam have long work ahead. We have time. Also, Biago would like a meeting. At your earliest convenience. From him, that means important, but not yet urgent.
Did Viago tell you how much time we have?
Days to weeks. Nothing more precise.
Well, that's our best lead so far. Track those supplies and we should find the gods.
Not to complicate things, but the Inquisitor also wants to meet Rook.
Right. With everything he's been doing in the south, we owe him an update.
I'll let him know.
Despite the odds, we've survived. We made a habit of it. Take some time. Rest. Be ready to go. Next time the gods appear, let's make sure it's the last.
Alright, what do we got here? Let's see here. Alrighty, so right now let's see what Lucanus wants.
Hey, Davrin. If you need to talk, you know, about what you found out, I'm a good listener.
Thanks, but not sure you can help. It's a warden thing.
Well, it's also a your history was a lie thing, and, you know, we're Dalish. Those are our gods out there. I feel like we're qualified.
Right. That's a good point.
Yeah, don't mind me, guys. I was going to talk to Lucanus. Hey, Lucanus.
Rook, you're here.
Is something wrong?
Biago and Thea sent word. They have information about Ilario. Whatever it is, they wish to speak away from Treviso, away from anyone who might be listening. They won't put more to paper. I need to meet with them as soon as possible.
Oh, of course. Anything for you, pal. You along with Davrin. And, you know, we got like a lot of stuff anyway, so. Let's see here. Veil jumpers are at 2, so the crows are second to following up, and I'll try and make an effort to increase the Mourned Watch's strength. Because if we could just get at least, like, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of these, like, clocked out at 2 stars, that'd be great. I don't really care for the Lords of Fortune, and the fucking Shadow Dragons are already eating shit anyway in this run, so who cares, I guess, is the best way to describe it. Take Balara, because to me, she's like the only character at this point I take. And Lucanus, who is the equivalent of my, I've been using a lot of Mass Effect analogies, so Balara is my Tally. So Balara is the equivalent of my Tally. Davern, I would say, is the equivalent of Garrus. And, where does Lucanus fit in this analogy at this point?
You let the Anton do whatever they want. They used comic on civilians. On your own people.
And how precisely would you have suggested I stop them?
Call on the crop. Oz, ask for our help.
So you can murder a few Antom here and there, giving them an excuse to retaliate against even more citizens? I long for the day crows learn to think more than 2 steps ahead.
Alright, so where does Lucanus fit in this Mass Effect analogy? I guess...
More of the Fade. This place, it feels designed to make one lost.
I'm trying to think. I think, to some extent, Mordin Solus, if he committed to being an assassin, although... Maybe... Ah, shit, I'm trying to think. Maybe it would have been Thane Krios a little bit, although admittedly Thane Krios had his whole thing where he's gonna die anyway. I don't know, actually, to be honest. Davern is equivalent of Garrus, and Balara has is Tally to some extent. Tally mixed in with Liara, although maybe more Tally.
Whatever they could find.
Who does Nev fit under?
Hundreds of artifacts now. Some of them
Miranda and Ashley from
You can only use them once. Then you have to charge them up again, which we don't know how to do.
Not that useful then.
Yeah, so then Ashley, I guess. That's my guess of the fact that the two are mixed together. I'm trying to think. Let's see here, nothing much. Alright.
And none of it mattered.
Alrighty. I don't know where Tosh really fits in with the Mass Effect analogy. She doesn't fit in anywhere. Just anywhere. She legitimately does not fit anywhere. I looked. I actually legitimately had to look, and yeah, no, fucking, she fits nowhere. Oh wait, I do know where she fits. Life is Strange. And Life is Strange is pretty bad already, when you really think about it retrospectively. And when I say that, I am referring to the writing of it all. Alright, welcome to Docktown.
He was the one person I could always count on, who always had my back.
You thought he was dead, and then he turned up alive, and then monster. Was it the same for Ilario, I wonder? Or was he just angry I didn't die when I was supposed to? Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Your brother isn't a real monster.
Man, everyone's just congregating in this godforsaken tavern. Right, one at a time, one at a time. Lucanus, you're here already. Let's do you.
You found something about Ilario?
Possibly. What do you mean, possibly? You have something or you don't?
It's Caterina.
We don't know that for certain.
Tell me.
I've got my eyes on Villa della Morte. One of them brought back one of Caterina's rings.
It had been thrown out with the trash. Ilario would never do that. He'd at least pawn it somewhere.
If the pawnbroker wouldn't take it, Ilario could have tossed it out in a rage.
The ring is priceless. Caterina's opal engagement ring.
She gave that ring to my mother. It was the mark of her favor. House Velardo killed my parents and sent it back to Caterina to demand she surrender the seat of First Town. She's alive. Ilario, you idiot.
We need more eyes in the villa to say for certain.
Ilario would tear the city apart searching if he'd lost this. How could she be alive? What is he thinking? How am I supposed to deal with this?
We need to plan a rescue. The sooner we get Caterina out of there, the better.
It could be a trap. We have to deal with Ilario first.
He could still kill her if we move against him. Maker knows what's in his head.
V, you're too pessimistic for your own good. Reason with him, Lucanis.
I thought I had a clear shot at my target. What if I go after him and get Caterina killed? Help us.
Help us? Sounds like you're the only one getting to speak here, Spike.
I can't get him out. We're trapped. Come.
What did you do? Is this the fate? It seems different. It isn't like those fragments of Solus's past in the crossroads either.
Lucanus is here. Always. Behind locked doors. I can't break through.
All right. Let's go get him.
I was supposed to have a useful demon, and instead I have a useless abomination. Wonderful!
I know this place. It's the ossuary, the prison we freed Lucanus from.
Freed? No. We've always been here.
Right. It's not the real ossuary, but it doesn't seem like a memory either. Lucanus is in here somewhere, right? He's... what?
Still fighting.
Kept his blood?
Tiresome. There's no point, you know. Nothing awaits you anymore. You're long dead.
Nobody's here.
Caterina was first up. This is Crow business. We can handle it.
Rock, did you forget our deal? You were to bring my grandson back to me.
I did.
You brought me an abomination. Where is my grandson?
Tenderness and terror. Rage and relief. Old stale fear of disappointment.
This is the Fade. So this Caterina is a spirit, something like that?
No, Lucanus is mine. They won't dare. Thoughts live here. Ideas, feelings.
She's his idea of Caterina then. Caterina. Lucanus is trapped, but I think you're part of his way out. You let Lucanus put you on a pedestal. First talent, all-powerful matriarch.
You think you know me better than my own grandson?
I know that until he gets out of the great Caterina della Morte shadow, he'll never be free. Step aside.
Yeah, that sounds about straight.
What are you hiding, little demon?
Don't worry, Rook. I've got my eye on the prisoner.
You've conjured up a friendly face, Lucanus. But your real friends and allies need you in the real world.
Rook, are you sure Spite isn't tricking you? What if there's no Lucanus, just the demon?
After a year in the ossuary, you might believe that. But you're no demon.
Look around. This isn't the mind of a human being, let alone an Antivan crow.
Look, everyone has unwelcome thoughts, fears, doubts. But they aren't us. You chose to challenge a god, Lucanus, to save the world. Your choices, your actions. That's who you are.
You know that's the kind of attitude that's gonna get you killed, right?
I'll risk it. I have a master assassin on my side, don't I?
Just be careful.
Yeah. That attitude's gonna get you killed, you know? Yeah, it's got me killed more times than I care to count, and I'm still standing. Oh, hey, look at that. It's Nev.
Hey, Rook. Should you be here? Can't say it's the safest place in the world.
Stomach-churning excitement. Dread with a hint of hope. A long way to fall.
Somehow I thought Lucanus would think of Nev as being more... Tevinter?
Tevinter. People come in three kinds. Family. Enemies. Contracts.
I hope that's just Spite talking. Nev, you need to let us pass.
You know how he is, Rook. Even if you open the door, Lucanus won't walk through it. This is where he wants to be.
Well, I'm not leaving until Lucanus is alright, so we might be here a while.
You really think you can help him? You're such a sap, Rook.
I think it's time you stood aside and let me try.
Ha!
Envy is the rarest of all demons. Most challenging to cultivate. The conditions must be perfect.
Rook, you're too good to be wasting your time in a place like this. Forget about my cousin. You've got much more important things to worry about, don't you? You've got the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Sharp, jagged edges. Hurt with every breath. Grief and relief. Hope and anger mixed.
Lucanus, you don't owe Ilario a second thought, much less a supporting role.
He put us here.
You've got to leave this be, Rook. You turn my cousin loose, it's only going to cause more grief.
I think Ilario will be feeling that grief. Right, Lucanus?
You know that Katarina had 5 children? 8 grandchildren. All dead now, except for Lucanus and me. Last time the Grows fought a war of succession, House de la Morte lost everything. Except the seat of First Talon. This time, we fight ourselves. What will be left then? You think you'll survive? Your friends? Your cause?
You know him, Lucanus. Even here, Ilario just wants to save his own neck.
Would that be enough? Would anything? Do you really think he made a deal with a demon? He's not even a mage. Or do you think maybe he just found the one there already? He'll carry this prison with him forever. And he'll fill it with corpses given time.
We need out.
imagine what you could do without hearing his defeatist words in your head, Lucanus. It's time you evicted him.
You have no idea what the consequences will be.
Whatever they are, Lucanus, I'll be there to help.
How long are you going to keep doing this? What are you doing here, Rook?
Breaking you out of prison. Again.
Not this time, I think.
You see? He breaks our agreement. His mind is still here. He wants to stay here, so he keeps me here.
Mierda! Why would I want to stay? Even in my head, this place is a nightmare.
Right. But it's a nightmare you already defeated. I get it now. As bad as the ossuary was for you, it was better than the alternative.
What alternative?
The ossuary, Zara. You could solve those problems with the blade, but healing again? Living is an abomination. There's no simple answer there. If you fail, you could hurt the ones you love.
No. This is not. Damn it, Rook. Make him leave.
Yelling at someone who's trying to fix themselves doesn't help, Spite. And since you're stuck with him, you're only hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Look, you're right. There has to be a way through this. It's just so much. I cannot see how to begin.
Start small. You and Spite. Figure out a goal you can both agree on. And make it happen.
A contract?
Contracts are for clients. Call this an alliance. But on what terms?
Didn't you just learn your grandmother was alive? What are you waiting for? Go rescue her.
That's true. And anyone else that gets in our way. The deal. We free Katarina together.
Together, we will fight!
Well, at the very least, it's not an Anders and Vengeance situation in totality. There's a chance to turn this around a little bit.
Rook, are you alright?
What's the matter with the two of you?
Oh, I blank out when I'm strategizing. Lucanus is used to waiting for me. How long were we standing here?
Just long enough for it to get awkward. You're sure you're alright?
We're fine, Thea. Don't waste your worry on us. Can I trust the two of you to keep an eye on Ilario? If he starts anything, I want to know about it.
I was going to do that anyway.
You're planning something.
I'm getting Katarina back. But Viago is right. We need more information before we move. Ilario panicked when I came back alive. If he panics again, he could actually kill her this time. We'll only get one chance at this.
Alright, nice. Inner demons. Alright, time to meet the Inquisitor. Imagine it was like pretty much choosing dialogue back to back. Oh, that'd be funny.
These meetings can't be good for business. I'm here, Inquisitor. It isn't just Inquisitor, is it? You were someone before that.
I'm a Trevelyan. Feels like someone I haven't seen for a long time. Morrigan is holding a perimeter. We're alone. Tell me what Solus did at Elganon's ritual.
Sounds like you already know.
I need to hear it from you.
Elganon raised his archdemon. Solus got us out of there. We saved a lot of people.
I'm loving that
Why not? He really did help.
It seems so. He's always thinking about where it ends. How many of his names do you know? God of Lies, Dreadwolf, Fen'Harel. They're titles he earned from enemies, followers, and fractured history. I once called him by another name. Friend.
Some friend.
Do you always agree with your friends?
We're pretty aligned on whether or not to destroy the world, if that's what you mean.
I will never excuse what he's done. He's killed people I held dear. You know this too.
But
he became those names when he fought gods. And regret for his world turned into destroying ours. Sound familiar?
I'm just imagining, why the fuck isn't my Inquisitor wearing a helmet? My Rook is wearing a helmet, so why isn't he?
you're making us sound like Solus. That's uncomfortable.
We're not like our enemy. They're making us do this.
Simple as one of Varric's morals. Don't become what you hate.
Or trapped by what we've lost. Also one of his. Tell me about the team you've built.
Are they a concern, or...?
A little bit.
Handling things.
A little bit. The Kunari over there is looking really...
I just miss the banter about friends.
She's looking very pretentious all of a sudden.
If you've got a job for me, let me know.
Alright, sure, let's talk.
There's dangerous fanatics, then there's Aelia. She's loose in Docktown, and we're in the dark.
What's the plan?
The Threads and Aelia's Venatori are at war. That might slow Aelia down, but until I know her plans, I need to hear whatever information the Threads pick up.
What about Rana? Can she help?
I told Rana that Aelia's back. She needs the warning. As for help, Rana wants to be an example. Not sure where that goes anymore.
Was there a time when we were sure of things?
No, and that's only become more true.
Docktown's protected. What can the Threads do for you?
Aelia's a pain for both of us. Let's talk.
We know people in this town. Neighbors. When they don't turn up on the rounds, we notice. Aelia used the Threads for dirty work. Stolen relics, muscled spies. These people, they disappear.
And you don't know where to.
Aelia's good at covering her tracks. That's why you're here. I've got names of missing people, including those hardly anyone noticed yet. All yours, no catch.
No catch? Now that's friendship.
Isn't it?
This is war. We find Aelia, we kill her. Give the cult something to think about. You find her, you do the same. Docktown's ours.
To Docktown.
Ours, plural. Communism.
No one's got its back like we do.
To a better Docktown. Doing the best we can till then.
You go far.
To home.
Alrighty, let's see here. Alright, sorry, I'm looking at something right now. Alright. Alrighty, here we go. Off to the races.
You let the Anton do whatever they want. They used comic on civilians, on your own people.
I sleep, would you have suggested I stop Tom here and there, giving them an excuse to retaliate against even more citizens? I long for the day crows learn to think more than two steps
You and
ahead.
Spite, you two are okay now? I mean, he's not gonna keep hurting you or making you do things you don't want to?
We've come to an understanding. We fight our enemies together, and we both get coffee afterward.
Right. Makes sense. Wow. Even during an occupation, the market is still pretty busy. So many things you could buy. How do you choose?
Thank you. Been breaking my back in action.
Alrighty. God, my lips are killing me right now. And that's because they're dry as hell.
You want meat?
There's just a woman just fucking standing there.
Wine glasses. Like people were toasting a deal.
Not a vintage I've seen on any cruelty. But that means little if they were keeping a low profile or have poor taste in wine.
Can't it be a little bit of both? Got here. Relato.
Another secret note between a crow and a Venatori.
The Drow district has had other names, but none stuck. And Devons love drama.
I've heard of cities falling. Didn't realize they could also just sink little by little.
Butcher's screw.
That's our third note by these Crow and Venatori spies. Half of these letters are written in a cipher I can't make out. Let's talk to Chance.
Alrighty.
You let the Anton do whatever they want.
Hey, Chance.
Comic on civilians, on your own
Chance,
people.
we found notes from the Crow and Venatori spies, but parts of them are in code.
Ah, thank you. This may yet help trace their movements. Give me a while to break the cipher on these letters.
Giving them an excuse to retaliate against even more citizens? I long.
Let's see.
Day crow.
Alrighty, let's see. Find the art gallery. There's the art gallery.
Information on the Antam lives near here.
Yeah, it's just hanging out, I guess.
Hello? You alright? Done.
I'll unlock the door. Come in, please.
Whoa. Whoa.
My saviors, welcome.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Are they after you?
They barricaded me in and said I would starve unless I handed over the contents of my gallery. Lately, they've been taking paintings, sculptures, all sorts of treasures. And to think I overheard someone in the market yesterday bragging about dealing with the atrocious brutes. The market master might know more about what those dreadful Antam are up to. I'm in your debt. Please, look around. I hope Dir Viago can pay for this exhibition.
Reveal thy secrets. The Mage Killer. Alright, let's see here. Corvid Cloak. Mage Killer. Yeah. Let's just go with that one. Sleek, standard, and standard. Nothing more you could beat about that. Alrighty, now gotta go back to talk to the Market Master. That's just great. Not too long ago, I was playing Stalker Improved Weapons Pack for Call of Chernobyl. It was pretty cool to play through, actually. I think a lot of the guns are based off Gunslinger.
Alright,
Anyway,
we should talk
yeah.
to the Market Master if we want to learn why Antam is stealing pieces of art. Hello. This might sound strange, but I was told you might know about Antam stealing paintings.
It's bad for business. And somebody here knows something. Everyone notices the master of the market. But you, stay hidden. Listen near the stores. You might learn something about our Antam art collectors.
Let's listen carefully around the market. Don't want to scare anyone off.
But I mean, Antam, I didn't think they went in for things like fancy paintings.
I wouldn't know anything about... Well, that would explain the Antam who came by not an hour ago. They took my best sculpts without paying.
Huh. Right here.
Oh, yes. I did hear they've been piling up stolen goods in a camp in the Drowned district.
So the Antam are just grabbing whatever they want now?
That was easy.
In front of everyone?
It cannot be for coin. There are faster ways to fill their coffers.
That merchant said they're stockpiling stolen art at the camp in the Drowned district. Let's start there.
Maybe they're gonna do a burning of art and literature like the Fire of Alexandria. You know, because why the hell not? Oh, did you look at that?
We're close to that camp where the Antam took that merchant's stolen sculptures.
read through some stuff.
Look around for that stolen art. Or any sign of what the Antam are doing with it. Nothing here.
I don't see anything here either.
Strange. You'd think a few statues would stand out.
Still nothing. I don't see anything that merchant in the market was talking about. No stolen art. We should go back and talk to him.
Oh, you killed the Antam. Oh, that's convenient. Just scratches this chin inconspicuously. You know, that's really weird. You know, the fact that you you got rid of the Antam, I mentioned it and all that, you know, it's crazy, you know, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, why were you eavesdropping on my conversation? Why are you talking about the Antam? You want me to talk about them to you?
That merchant who said the Antam stole his artwork. He's with the Venatori.
Called it.
Maybe he caught us listening in.
So that whole story, he was just getting rid of us.
The note said the Antam are trade. Okay, we're close to the camp where Antam are trading with the Venatori for magical components.
Intruders! Don't sleep from the market. He said he won't follow Venetori.
There we go.
Alright, let's find out what the Antam and the Venatori are actually doing here.
Free magic.
This note is about Gatlock, that Canary blasting powder. The Antam are using magical components from the Venatori to make it more explosive. Much more explosive.
Can they even do that? Maybe they could, but... Oh, that'd be very dangerous.
We must go to Day and Diaco with this as soon as possible.
Agreed.
They're close.
Yeah, how do I make gunpowder more, you know, explosive? Yeah, just add more sulfur is what it is. That's always the solution. Add more sulfur to it all. Next thing you know, the prime ingredient of Gatlock is just a shitload of grounded lyrium. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. It's just grounded lyrium. And that's it.
Everyone still alive?
Orchestrator's long coat. Alrighty. Shit, I looked down. Oh, crap.
Back on the ground, sir.
God, I miss Hawk a little bit with his, you know, humorous dialogue.
They used comic on civilians, on your own people.
And how precisely would you have suggested I stop them?
Hey, is this a bad time?
I can't believe you're defending them.
I am not defending anyone, Jacobus.
You're letting them be a part of this? My cousin died because the governor didn't stop the Antam from...
Jacobus.
No. I'm not going to stand around and listen to this. I'll see you later.
Well, now that that unpleasantness is dealt with, about your mysterious informant.
Whoever they are, they know the Antam and Treviso.
Your message made it sound like this informant also knows where the gods are staging their ritual.
Treviso does not need this troublemaker. This should be left to proper officials.
It very much concerns Rook. We have a contact who offers access to the Butcher and privileged information on the gods.
A chance to find your gods and to free the city. A prize for both our causes.
Oh, that's a lot for one day.
You don't expect much, do you?
Hopefully it is that simple. Our contact knows the city and Antam, but we don't know them.
How do you know it's for real?
They gave us patrol patterns. Dreadnought arrivals. Their information is real.
And you didn't share this with me?
The bookkeepers come back when the meeting is done.
When and where do we meet?
They'll be in the market.
And they asked for me, not you or Viago.
You helped this city, and you're helping all of Thedas. You've earned respect.
We just don't know from whom.
What about the human help the Antam was getting? You have any leads on that?
We continue what you started. The other Talons are turning over every stone.
You trust them? Not even your first Talon is safe from your infighting.
We are all Antivan crows.
And yet those of us sworn to Treviso are beneath you.
Hypothetically, what if I'm walking into an ambush?
I would prepare for one.
Not everything is an adder in the wardrobe.
I said to prepare. I didn't say not to go.
There's really no clue who it is.
They're foolish enough to think crows are reliable. That's a clue about their worth.
They promise help.
So do you when you're not killing each other. Treviso deserves better.
It's getting the best.
That has yet to be proven.
Oh, I'm sorry, Governor. Do you have a better solution?
And the rest of us will hope not to get caught in your crossfire again.
We fight for everyone. And the chance to strike at the gods of the Antam? It's worth the risk. Good luck, Rook. See what this mysterious informant can give us. The meeting is in the market, Rook.
They implied you can't miss them.
Try not to damage anything. I'm just imagining now that in the marketplace, there's just gonna be like an extraordinarily gaudy person now. Just right there. You just see a very gaudily dressed person. Just be like, "Oh, Rook, darling! I've been waiting for you for some time now. About..."
We're fighting gods with the crows. I'm curious who would try to trap us. If our informant actually knows where Elganon and Gillenane are performing their next ritual, it's worth the risk.
But yeah, just the most gaudily dressed person. Come on. I'm willing to bet at the very least $5 on it.
The Antam make demands.
Alright,
Okay.
come on.
Yargo and Taya said our informant is somewhere in the market. Let's find them. I just hope their supposed information about the god's location is actually true.
Rook, I presume.
Oh, well,
The
that's
butcher.
disappointing.
There's no need for that. Treviso is the trap, not this meeting. Please. So tense. I promise, I'll signal when it's time to fight.
Strange way to ambush someone.
I don't have to ambush anyone. You think I couldn't just march on the crows? Scattered Antam flock to me. I have the soldiers to raise your casino and every inch of this city.
But I'll bet there's no profit in actually winning.
There's money being made by the occupation, but not by me. I said Treviso was the trap, and I meant it. The jewel of Antiva. She sings even while caged. Such purity in every stone. It's trapped my heart. I love this city.
You have a strange way of showing your affection.
I conquered it. I didn't betray it. Not like the cattle born here. You know there are traitors here. They ransom their own city. Literal gods stalk the land, but these filth worship their own purses. But you're different. You and the crows stay true to your roles. It means something when you die, and even more when you kill. You're as much a work of art as this city. And you want a secret from me.
You're not an end-of-the-world type. Are you with the gods or not?
The gods, they give strength. But all they ask in return is everything. I can feel their corruption. I can hear their whispers. They're calling for a ritual. If I give in, I'll know where you need to go. But I will lose my jewel. My city. So, Assassino. Let us make a game of this. I will become what the gods want. Welcome their whispers. Meet me and show me if the crows deserve my city.
Oh, great.
The butcher was our contact, and he's hanging himself all to the plate. Finish them off. We need to go after the butcher.
How much you bet Rook sensed what was going on with the Butcher? Or my Rook was sensing what was going on with the Butcher. It's like, strange. He's got the blight in him. And yet, he's still whole. And then it was like revealed as to like more details.
So the butcher wants us to prove we're worthy of saving Treviso. That's what's happening.
By turning himself into a monster.
Everyone's acting like normal. Like the butcher hasn't gone nuts.
Who'd believe it? I don't.
Save it to keep your head down, I guess.
I see what you need. Prove you deserve it.
Hear the shift in his voice? He's changing.
My city, my Treviso. I'll not abandon you to the traitors who gave you to me.
There's the butcher. He's a reaver and fighting his own Anton.
How's that thing going to tell us about the gods?
We have to hope he's still in there.
I see you, Rook, and I see the ritual. Match me, fight me, win this city.
Who am I fighting now? Saren from Mass Effect, but without, you know, any of the motivation or the influence?
Butcher, where is the ritual? There's nothing left of it.
I see Tearstone Island. The ritual. Tearstone Island.
He's gone. And he named the ritual site Tearstone Island.
The butcher kept his word.
He got the death he wanted. Good trade, I guess. And he gave us the information we came for.
Yes, truly the butcher was a paradise, and we are all devastated to see him go.
Eventually.
And now you have a location for your final pointless confrontation. The gods are at Tearstone Island. Isn't that what you wanted? A chance to die a hero's death? So go. Leave Treviso to those who deserve it.
The butcher did warn us about a traitor. Didn't get a chance to name them, though. Thanks for confirming that for us, Eventually.
Given how much that man talked, I'm shocked he actually kept his mouth shut.
You sold Treviso out to the Antam.
I did what was best for Treviso. Who else would have done what was necessary? That troop of fools in the casino? They would have provoked the Antam to slaughter, the kind they carried out in every other Antivan city they crossed. I gave them the crows, so they would not take the rest of the city. I gave them an inch, so they would not take a mile.
The Antam took their mile, and anything else they damned well pleased. And they'll keep doing it. Because you'll keep letting them. You didn't prevent a slaughter, you just postponed it.
If you hadn't killed the butcher,
someone else would have. He decided he wasn't their pawn anymore. The gods would have killed him. And then you would be ruled by someone much, much worse.
You should have been a politician, Rook. Instead of, well, whatever it is you are besides an annoyance. But this city is mine. We need a real leader. You know who else wants a leader? The Antam. And if someone plays the role they want, they are very accepting. They also understand that bringing order to Treviso requires the purging of disruptive elements that cause nothing but chaos. So go to Tearstone Island. Have your little showdown with the gods, fight your pointless battle, and leave the city to me.
Imagine if those two Antams looked at each other and just killed the governor instead. It's like, ha! Treviso is mine, Rook! It's my... Ah! Just impaled in the front.
Of course, know nothing.
Of course. I'm surprised they even remember the governor's name.
I take it you heard? The butcher's dead.
And in his place is the traitor we knew was lurking. And the Antam fell in line?
Eventually is apparently playing the role they want.
The governor has given them a clear purpose. They were more cunning than I thought.
The lectures, the insults. Eventually made sure all we saw was a hopped-up bureaucrat who was jealous that Treviso loves the crows. If someone told me Eventually was in charge of the Antam, I wouldn't have believed it. And yet...
Yes, but you have forced them into the open.
The hand that leashed Treviso. The butcher was the mouth, but the hand was Evenchi all along. They think they have the power in the Antam, and a network doing their will.
But we have the face of our enemy.
Evenchi will be hiding, so we will hound their Antam and make them desperate.
When the governors show themselves again, we end this.
Eventually keeps talking about restoring order and rebuilding Treviso. But what then?
I believe the good governor's plan was to risk the city to try and claim the nation. If the Antam beheaded the crows, who would merchant princes hire? Who would invaders fear?
As if the Antam would fill that role. This was a bookkeeper's angry grab at power.
Sounds about right.
When Eventually left, they made it sound like they were planning something.
I suspect it will be about restoring order as they see it. And that the crows will be first on their list.
Whatever the good governor's intent, we'll end it.
You're not concerned the gods will send the Antam more support?
The gods might come for us, but they're coming for everyone. I believe you are crafting the answer to that, and we will help as we can.
We'll stop Eventually.
The gods. Did you learn where they will be?
Tearstone Island. Eventually confirmed it before they left.
We know the time to face Elgarnon and Gillanane approaches, but it will not take us long to find Eventually.
Cheesedrip says hello. Hello to you back.
Through all this. It would be an honor to have your help against the governor again.
We'll let you know when we'll make our move. And after that, Treviso
How
will...
fare you this fine evening, my good sir? Well, I still got a cold, and I'm doing as well as I could be. My upper lip is chapped. So, yeah, that's great. Alrighty. Yay!
I need to get the team around the table and talk about what's next.
The act as one. Alright, let's see here. We still got like a bunch of quests behind. Alright, so we now have the Veiled Jumpers and the Antivan Crows at the high optimal... at decent enough strength, so that's great. Cheese Drip says, fantastic. I started playing Destroy All Humans. Oh, that's great. I've been meaning to actually try my hand at Destroy All Humans at some point, but I don't own a copy. And I was thinking of doing the original as well, so yeah. I'll talk to my friend about it, see if he can lend me his copy.
Our scouts reported back. They said more Venatori.
Rook, good job.
I hope Taynor is alright.
We'll keep an eye out for more.
That's Gus. I wondered where he was. Haven't seen Oros or Taynor in a while either.
I'm sorry. Gus was the only one I could save.
Oh, creators have mercy. Poor Gus. Do you think he understands? I suppose I'll look after him now. Oros wouldn't want him to be lonely. Thank you, Rook.
My name isn't Rook, it's Rock. You know, from fucking Pokemon, effectively. Let's see here. Veil Edge. Let's see here. Any other stuff I could get? No.
Come back alive.
Come back alive, she says. I'll come back as a walking, shambling corpse instead. How's that for dem apples? Let me see here. How's my relationship look with people? Davrin and Bellara, high as can be. Everyone else, you know, kind of cool, I guess. I hope my relationship with Tosh doesn't get too high. For all intents and purposes, I really don't want to get close to Tosh at all. It makes it all the more... Actually, maybe I should, just so I can laugh even harder. Oh no, it's so tempting. On one hand, I don't want to talk to Tosh. On the other hand, I want to know how much I should laugh over how badly written she is.
Bellara, you came. I am surprised.
I almost didn't. With everything that happened, I didn't want to. But you're my brother. Still. Even with all of that. Did you come? Alone?
Yes. Though you didn't.
Not after what happened to Hamuel. To Yanaro.
Wouldn't it be awesome if we could see other people's opinions of us as a numerical value?
Strength.
Okay. Yeah, it would be, but also it'd be also judgmental as well.
I will do better. I must do better. For Ornaris. For our people.
But yeah, no, for the most part, yeah. It would be interesting. It would be interesting to have a numerical value to see how people see us. But on the other hand, as well, it'd also be a source of judgment. You know, it's like, oh, you're close to XYZ, but why aren't you friends with ZYX? It's gonna be used as leverage.
The people Inaris killed and turned into demons with that ritual.
He's willing to do whatever he must to
It's
save
like
us,
on a scale of
to make the
-10
hard
to 10.
choices.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's just like
Soulless. They would sacrifice us to their ends.
He's a warlord. That's all he is. All he ever was.
So said the Evanuris. But the victors write the histories. He fought to make our people great. And the Evanuris fought to keep them in fetters. He showed me the world as it once was, as it could be again.
at what cost?
How many elves have to die to get there?
Greatness requires sacrifice.
No. That's not the Syrian I know. He's influencing you through the mask, poisoning your thoughts.
My thoughts remain my own, Balara. Why can you not accept that I chose
It's me the level 10 relationship, babe.
Through this mask, I feel what he feels. When he thinks of our people rising once more, have you ever felt the warmth of a god's happiness or the cold bite of their fear?
What is it he's afraid of then?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
Consumes his thoughts. I must help him. Help us to face whatever it is.
So he hasn't told you what it is he's afraid of?
No, but no doubt he keeps it from me for good reason.
So you'll do whatever he says to fight some phantom threat?
There are people, Syrian. They deserve better than this. That's what you taught me. You were my anchor, Syrian. You kept me grounded. When my thoughts lied to me, you always told me the same thing. Do you remember? Trust your heart, Laura Shivan. It's a good heart, and it'll never lie to you.
This time your heart is wrong.
Trust it now.
I must do what I must.
Jeez, you're best if I want to hear a joke.
Too.
Sure. Must do what I must. Alright.
We're gonna have to stop them.
Alright, proceeds to stab him.
I know. Come on. You've got work to do.
Jeez, Derb, you shouldn't be sad because sad spelled. So, G-Zerb says, you shouldn't be sad because sad spelled backwards is Daz, and that's not good. Oh, that's stupid. That's stupid, but it's great. Let's see. Also, the red side isn't wearing the red. The red side isn't wearing the red. The red side isn't wearing his face mask properly. Red side, what? A red guy. Oh yeah, I think I know you're talking about. Yeah, it's the clipping from my neck. Either that or it's the other guy. Yeah, they're instants. I know what you're saying. All right, let's see here. Let's go to. All right, the Necropolis. The other guy. Oh. How do you mean he's not wearing his mask properly? It's literally just a face mask, like a masquerade ball mask. Alright, let's see here. Give me that full-blown romance with Balara, damn it! You know how much how much emotionally invested I am in her? Not that much, to be honest, but still, I'd like to see it to the end. Because out of all the romances, Balara is, well, I wouldn't say the best or even most interesting. In fact, for all intents and purposes, she might be just kind of like, but still. There's either that or Nev, in which, you know, Nev is pretty cool, I guess. Ugh, I miss Karlach already. Gotta play Baldur's Gate 3 again. You know, maybe that's what I should do after this. Just play Baldur's Gate 3 again, but just the two of us run. Yeah, just play a just the two of us run, you know? Just two characters is all it takes. Just relive the good old Divinity Original Sin days. I'm trying to think. I think in that game specifically as well, you could actually theoretically romance your other player character. It's interesting. Just the two of us. We can make it if we tried. Yes.
Did I miss something?
Since we're here to gather flowers for the dead, I thought I'd teach Manfred some plant names. But I just caught him attempting to wade into a rose bush.
Emmerich, how could you stay annoyed at that face? Skull.
Oh, Manfred. Whatever will happen to you if I pass on?
If?
Ah, there's something I'd like to talk about.
I'm actually a lich. In fact, Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Doesn't ring a bell?
A lich is a mage transformed into one of the undead while retaining their true, original consciousness. The idea fascinated me when I was younger. For years, I researched and experimented, spoke with spirits and mages. Then, eventually, I found them.
Who?
The Lich Lords of the Grand Necropolis. Necromancers before me who'd transformed themselves into true living dead.
Watch your fucking mouth, you twat, you fucking wanker. There are kids here. God, I hope not. The amount of vulgar things I say on the regular, jeez. There must be a bunch of kids out there that's speaking like sailors at this point.
You're making this up, right?
Rook, please. I've told so few people.
Sorry.
The Liches are the great protectors of the Necropolis. Bulwarks against forces that threaten creation. After years of tests and rituals, they granted me my desire. The right to attempt lichdom.
Well, if it makes you happy.
If that's what you want.
I'd anticipated more surprise.
Emmerich, you live in a haunted necropolis.
Lichdom is an incredible honor. Immortality, prestige, the most hallowed ranks of the Watchers, as well as a chance to be of service past my allotted years. But there are considerations. Come, we have flowers to gather for the dead.
God damn it, I was bullshitting when I said fucking liches existed. God damn it. Would have thought they really existed. So what? All of a sudden, I got a friggin' guy trying to make a phylactery all of a sudden?
This will do nicely.
Who would have thought liches existed in the world of Dragon Age?
Liches are different. It wouldn't be a spirit acting in my name. My true consciousness would be housed in my departed flesh.
How?
The Order must keep some secrets. Moon blossoms, famed in verse and song.
Smells like perfume. Do liches have a sense of smell?
I've been told that while some of my senses will dull, others will become available. Other than that, I can't say if the flowers would still hold their bloom for me.
So the answer to that is, who knows.
There are dark things in creation, threats, to both our world and the Fade. The Liches of the Necropolis have the insight and the abilities to oppose them.
And you're joining them when?
Certain elements have held me back.
Fear of death.
There's no ready instructions for Lichdom. The steps must be discovered on one's own over years to be fully
Frozen
understood.
juice
Is the spell
cartons
to become a lich
and
kill you,
freezer.
or do you have to?
Huh.
No, mercifully, that falls to another watcher. After...
Give me a second, let me look something up. Oh, joy. Frozen juice cartons, eh?
My soul will be drawn back into my body instead of moving on to whatever lies beyond.
Honestly, I'm trying to remember. I remember having like frozen squeezes or something like that.
What's holding you back from Lichdom?
Dying?
With all my preparations, there's a chance I could die permanently during the rites. What cowardice! The promise of immortality, an end to all my fears, and the final veil stays my hand.
That's reasonable. Lots of people are afraid of dying.
Is it? When it keeps me from what I'm most desire? Traditionally, candidates for Lichdom face one final sifting of the soul. If they avoid it, you saw my old colleague.
Hezenkos? She's a lich.
A half-lich, though that hasn't diminished her powers. Until I stop her plans, I won't possess the peace of mind for Lichdom. Why don't you select the next flowers, Rook?
Sure. So, what's a half-lich exactly?
Johanna attempted the rites of Lichdom and failed. Stuck in her in-between state, she is supremely dangerous, but can't learn any new magic.
No wonder Hezenkos was shouting so much.
Oh, she's always been that way.
What about the sifting of a soul that Hezenkos avoided?
The spirits of the Necropolis judge whether a candidate is worthy of the power and responsibility of Lichdom.
How'd she become a lich without it?
I shared some knowledge when we were colleagues. She apparently put together more than I knew. It would be just like her to skip the rituals, the cleansings, the preparations of...
For a watcher, Hezenkos is pretty harsh on spirits.
We made allowances because of her discoveries. Too many. Spirits are not things to be disposed of.
You really care about them.
They're so susceptible to the world's whims, Rook. Some spirits are dangerous, but how quickly most respond to a bit of kindness or care, or simple attempt to understand. For all she's done, I can't condemn Johanna for attempting Lichdom. That freedom from mortality, that divorce from fear, and of course, time to read all of one's books.
Of course.
Yeah.
How she's abused her abilities. Are my intentions enough to fare better?
Worrying's a good sign.
We have enough flowers. There's something I'd like to show you.
Proceeds to show a noose. Oh, it's her. It's his parents.
Oh, so these flowers are for...
Yes. If you could place them on the graves, please.
In memory of Rupert and Eleanor of Volcarin. They walk eternity hand in hand.
After I became a watcher, I erected a proper shrine to my parents. When I come to talk, I like to think they listen. Well, don't be shy. Introduce yourself.
All right.
Rook, it's a pleasure.
Riveting conversation.
Some memories are bright. Others are akin to those dim early morning dreams one gets sometimes. Lately, I wondered what they'd think of our current course. The choices ahead.
Your lichdom.
What would they have wanted me to be?
Sorry, but I'm pretty much the worst person you could ask.
Surely not the worst.
I've got my days. You could always speak with your folks, couldn't you?
My parents last saw me as a boy. By the time I mastered my corpse whispering, I was a man. If I woke them, there might be a flash of recognition. Or... Besides, if I speak to too many other spirits, Manfred might grow jealous.
Can't have that.
It'd be impossible. I agree.
Alrighty, excellent. Emmerich Brond increased. Very polite acquaintance I have there. Alright, let's see here. Alright, to the Hall of Valor. Alright, let's meet with Harding.
Spirit of determination.
Alright. Alright, let's do this. Come on, Harding. Let's talk. Shop.
They said I could find you here.
Good timing. I think I'm done for the day. The Lords of Fortune don't mess around, do they? Hey, thanks for the lessons. I'll be back. I'm beat. I just gotta...
You just gotta...
Do you feel that? It's dark. And they're so afraid. So alone.
Harding? What's happening?
There's so many of them. All in my head. So much.
Listen to me. I'm here, and you're safe. Take all the time you need.
I'm safe. Yes, I could feel it. Rippling through the stone. Confusion. Isolation. Fear.
Whose fear?
Whatever was after me has turned on the dwarves. It's drawing me out. Drawing me down.
She's infected and exterminate, Cheeser says. No, keep her alive. We need to have her track down whatever infected her so we could free her. Like a vampire.
And if I know you, you're gonna go because people are in danger.
Absolutely.
Then so will I.
Good. That means whatever's out there better run.
Yeah. Better run to a guy that's barely 6'1" and a dwarven woman
Rescued
that's...
some Danish from being Archdemon
Yeah.
breakfast, didn't you? Wish I could have seen the look on Elganan's face.
Yes, I'm sure you wished. You'll just have to imagine Corypheus's face. Yeah, you'll have to just imagine Corypheus's face. And, just... yeah. Imagine Corypheus's face when you've struck the final blow against him in Legacy DLC. Pretty much the same thing. Oh! Alrighty. Let's see here. Here we go. Alright. Let's deal with Tosh. Can I get a maximum disapproval, please? Tosh is required for this quest, but I don't really care much for her. Can I just have Tosh go at this alone and I watch in the back with Balara?
Alright. The dragon's a fang scorcher that attacked villages. We're close to her lair.
This shouldn't be too bad, right? We fought 2 dragons at once in Hosberg.
The dragons we fought in Hosberg were being ordered around by the gods. They were attack dogs. This is a wolf. A big wolf. Fighting in her own territory.
Yeah.
Be ready. This is your first real dragon fight.
Okay, and?
You said the dragon's a fang scorcher. What are they like?
Fire breather. Related to the Ferelden Frostback. Think of her like the dragon version of a bobcat or a fox.
That doesn't really...
It's a little larger than a bobcat.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
She's small and sneaky for a dragon. Attacks with fire from a distance to targets. And she's mean. Scorchers hold a grudge longer than my mother.
Great.
You said she attacked villages. Are we dealing with another attack in a city like Treviso and Rathus?
No. Something got her to start hunting a ways off.
Something like what?
Dunno. Hoping we find out while we're here. But right now, focus on taking her down before she kills anyone else. Including us.
Oh, I'm ready. How do we start?
First rule, shut up so the dragon doesn't hear us.
Got it.
Bullshit! I want the dragon to hear me.
She sees us.
Cheezer says, I was playing Minecraft online, and I kid you not, someone in the chat said, I'm raw dogging a pickle, and then no more context. Like, what the fuck? Hey, he's raw dogging a pickle, what can you say? You know, just, I guess, must be pretty small to do that, but hey, weird flex. Good on him, though.
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out after we kill her. Hang on. Something's off with that crap up ahead. Let's go up through there on the left instead.
What's wrong?
I don't know. The way that debris is placed doesn't look natural. Or like something a dragon would do.
Will it do the thing where it flaps its wings and makes a whirlwind?
Maybe.
What about shooting its tail spikes like arrows?
Dragons don't do that.
Dragons don't do that, she says, and just you watch. It's gonna fucking do exactly that. Alrighty.
Everyone heard that. Hunting call. Spooks prey, so they bolt out into the open.
I felt it all the way down to my toes.
Yeah, it tingles.
Yeah, it tingles, she says. It tingles.
Wait.
Antom. Haven't seen many Antom in Arlathan before. Wonder what they're doing here.
No idea. But they were setting an ambush.
Guess they didn't know about your keen sense of smell.
Come on. We can circle around.
God forbid she gets congestions like me. Alrighty, there we go. Got another longsword. Cold steel upgraded. Oh, I gotta love Tasha's Cunari. But yeah, I gotta love her Kunari. It's so Californian, you know? Or whatever the equivalent of a urban city accent sounds like. That's like me going Omewa Mo Shindaru and then just, yeah, pretty much just speaking Japanese in the most American accent ever. No inflections to what the language uses or anything. It's just words just jumbling out. It's like saying Magression, turn away or I will kill you, or something like that from Baldur's Gate. Again, no inflection. I'm trying to think. How's it said in Baldur's Gate 3? Magression or something like that. It's a lot more aggressive. And I know that for Gith, it's a lot more. There's a lot more euphemisms I could use, like skva, the gay, you know. Again, let me try that with without using the inflections of the native language, without the tongue clicks, as it were. Skva, skva. Actually, let me think. Ska. And then, let me think. Gach. No, I don't know if I could do that, actually.
Whoever that is. Stupid name. Let's look around. I need to know what's going on.
Hey, you know what else is a stupid name? Tosh. That's some quality acting right there.
Turning him over to Gildanane in exchange for power. It's from Marluk Voshvatarinbrock.
Oh god, is that the best thing you've got for Kunari?
That's who we find and kill.
Oh god. I miss Karlak. I miss Karlak already. It's not even I don't like Karlak either. I just miss her in general. I miss Asterion. I miss having Lae'zel with me. I'd rather deal with Lae'zel from the early access days rather than having to deal with Tosh. It's an insufferable pain in the ass. No more Antoms. My favorite K-pop song, I'm trying to think, is Ring of Fire, if I'm being honest. Yeah, just Ring of Fire. It's a good old-fashioned classic K-pop song, alright? In fact, it's very suitable here. Ugh. Oh. Ah, son of a bitch. Bad spot move, my ass. My whole thing is that I take all the bad spots and make them good. There we go. Oh no, I could have sworn they got me in melee. I see it. Oh yeah, fighting a dragon is just peachy keen. Come on. There we go. That's how you make a good spot, a bad spot great. It's equivalent of playing a literal swashbuckler at this point. What is this shit? My arrows are falling short. Fucking DM is telling me, yeah, no, you're... Well, actually, no, I am shooting at disadvantage because this thing is probably higher than 60 feet. Go. Ugh, grief. Keep up the fire right now, I guess. Oh boy, come on. There we go.
We're getting good at this. Today, you're dragon slayers. Now let's see what she had in her lair. Probably that big building over there.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's see here. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Anything good? Anything bad? Oh, did you look at that? A lot of literal trash. Reveal thy secrets. Grip and what? Grip and rip. Fires 3 hours at the same time. Sure, I'll take that. Why not? Just wait, does this deal damage to me? Arlethan herbs. Let's see what we've got. Anything good in here? A death mask. Yay! That's useless to me.
Just tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready, and I'm ready to use this bow against you if I gotta. Please let this be a scenario where it's almost kind of like the Iron Bull, it's just not as cool.
Trophy from the Fang Scorcher?
She was a good fight. You gonna be a big dumb puppy every time we hunt a dragon?
Yes.
I'd love to tell you no, but realistically, at least I'm
Fuck you!
When you were standing over the dragon, you said something. Chokra Toebra. It's the same thing your mother told you. You struggle the way you are?
You must struggle with what you are. It's what she told me when I was a kid. Still does. So I don't let the dragon out.
Meaning your fire breath?
It's not just about the fire. It's about how stuff makes me feel. What I do when I'm angry.
Ah, it's no big deal.
So you've got a bit of a temper. You haven't set Emmerich on fire yet, that I know of.
It's not just a temper. I can get this rage where I just have to break something, and I can get stuck in arguments, needing things to be a certain way. The Antam would have turned me into a berserker, breathing fire across the battlefield, killing anything in my way. I don't want to be that.
Well, yeah.
The things you're describing, sometimes I feel the same way.
You do?
Why did you kill the dragon? Because of
are
loot.
normal.
Yeah, I practiced. And sometimes I still feel like I'm just, I don't know, imitating what a normal person would say.
Yeah, in fact, right now, I'm imitating what a normal person would say to you, in fact.
You don't have to be afraid of your fire.
I'm talking about Tosh, of course.
You are Canary. You have the discipline to use those feelings when they help you and control them when they don't. I mean, a dragon, thanks to you. How hard can anything else be after that?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Think I'm ready to talk to my mother about who I really am.
Yeah?
A petulant teenager in an adult woman's body?
How hard can talking to my mother be after that? Might invite her to the lighthouse. Maybe that way she doesn't spend the whole time talking about that old tablet.
I'm still a little concerned about whoever sent the Anton. They mentioned the Dragon King?
Yeah. The asshole who's capturing dragons.
Sounds like a
like
Karen.
Gilligan.
Yeah, well, Karen raises a
I'll ask
Karen,
Isabella
so.
about it.
Yep.
Still a stupid name. Dragon King. Dragons wouldn't have kings. They'd have queens.
What?
The trap had failed. The Fang Scorcher was dead. But the Dragon King was a patient hunter. All he needed was a little help from a trader in the Lords of Fortune to set a new trap. And the bait was sure to bring Tosh.
Dragonborn is a much cooler, badass name. Yeah, but neither of these characters are born to dragons. Or are dragons themselves. Skyrim would get away with it technically because you have the soul of a dragon. D&D gets away with it because, you know, they have, you know, actual people that are dragon, that are actually born from dragons. And then you got here, where it doesn't exist. Cheesederp says, really? Yes, I know I'm playing actually, but it is true. Those two... Yeah, those two do have legitimate excuses to use the term Dragonborn. Skyrim, Soul of the Dragon. And in D&D, actually born from a dragon. In D&D, you can roleplay as anything. Theoretically, yes. Technically, still yes, but you need to consult the game master about that. There is a certain, how do I say this? There is a certain level of what's the best way to say it? Standard, I guess you could say. Even a fucking sandwich. If you have the spell slots to pull it off, you could roleplay a sandwich all you like.
So this is even more of the fate.
Aha. It goes on.
What do you mean fucking Anyway, yeah, you'd still need to consult a DM if you want to play an inanimate sandwich for one reason or another. Or vice versa, a sandwich that was given autonomy and the form of a human being. Or elf, or, you know, any bipedal living creature that is within the player handbook. Cool, can't wait to cast your rotten del meat. Or rotten deli meat. Again! You would need to consult a game master over those rulings, because if we're talking like straight up raw, there are rules attached to it and caveats. But if we're talking like a DM that's, you know, very open about it, yeah, that's what it is. As long as you got the spell slots to pull it off, I guess. What the hell would rotten deli meat do anyway? I'm trying to think what the statistics on that would be. Let's see. Let me think for a moment. So I guess that would mean probably 1d8 give bad digestion. So in that instance, I'm thinking either initial starting level 1d8 of necrotic damage, charisma modifier will be reversed, so that means the lower your charisma modifier, the more effective it will be, so that means theoretically you would have negative modifiers, and the lowest you can get is a -8. Give bad digestion and decrease speed and attack. So that is a lot of effects right there. I'm trying to think right now, because the give bad digestion part could be factored in as necrotic damage, and I would rule it as starting off as 1d8. However, decreased speed and attack, that's... So if we were to go with that angle, theoretically, that would mean reduced movement speed by at least, if we're going to ballpark it, 5 feet. That's the most I think any DM would give you. And for the record, I've never played D&D. Yeah, I could tell. But I'm trying to think. So, bad digestion, necrotic damage, decreased speed would be at most decreased by 5 feet. And attack would be, it wouldn't be so much decreased attack, but it would be imposed disadvantage on attack. So that would mean... Alright, so yeah, now that is a strong fucking spell. Even at level 1, that's a strong spell. I don't know what the damage would look like after the fact, and I would rule it that you would need to have low charisma to even increase the efficiency of it. So you would have, starting out the gate, negative a 8 charisma check, which means you have a -1 modifier, which in this case would be a +1. And so... if we're going to go with min-maxing, accounting for it, so pretty much maximizing the output, theoretically, this would also affect your character. You would try and dumb down your stats to the point they reach 0. So, or at the very least, they would reach 2, which means -4 charisma. It's just outdated sandwich meat. I know, but this is the type of shit that a game master would have to actually account for if you come up with this idea. That's the amount of work that is required to, you know, try and figure out, like, alright, how do I balance this? And how do I work? And I have to pitch this back to the player. If he doesn't like it, I gotta pitch it again. Or rather, vice versa as well. So, to say the least... yeah, no, that's what I would say. You would deal 1d8 necrotic damage plus your charisma modifier. In this case, negative is what would give you a bonus. And along with that, you get at most you incur a -5 movement penalty, or rather you decrease the enemy movement speed by 5. And along with that, you impose disadvantage. That is still a broken action economy right there. Because you're imposing disadvantage, you're decreasing someone's speed, even if it is by 5 feet. It is... Most enemies have movement speed of 30, because all of them are medium-sized, or majority of them are medium-sized. Some are much more larger, and I think they have reduced movement speeds. I believe a troll is like... Let me double check. A troll... Let me see. Alright, a troll is still 30 feet. So what is something with like 20 feet of movement? So I think anything small. So small creatures would have 20 feet. So you would be imposing it onto them like 15 feet of movement at most. I cast outdated deli meat as a fucking sandwich. The DM is just literally going through all the logistics possible. And literally double checking, is this broken or not? So yes, that is the ruling I would give, but I'm not sure I would allow it the frequency you would have it at. Because you would need to still consume a spell slot. And I would imagine, in this case, it's a sorcerer subclass. Forget wizard, forget warlock, it's a sorcerer subclass. You were born a sandwich, and you are a sandwich. The end.
Than Forest.
That's it.
The energies in Arlethan are wrong. Like
okay, what stars?
It's dangerous. Not everyone can stand it.
What stats would you give Sans from Undertale and D&D?
Except for the
Oh, I'm trying to think.
Wish we had a few of those.
Let me think. There's been a few homebrew stats applied for Sans in D&D. Some people have given him like just obscene stats, but if we're going to talk about like actual possibility of beating him, the highest his armor class in theory could go is maybe 30, and to offset that, actually I'm trying to think, because level 20 you could reach fucking 30 like really easy. So I'm trying to think. So for Sans, his armor class would be around maybe 40 or 50. And this is accounting for high level play. So we're talking like level 20 characters in which their attack modifier, assuming they're min-maxing, their attack modifier would be pretty high. I think at times it could reach like the 4. Alright, so let me think. It would definitely be somewhere between 35 to 45, I would say. Just barely out of reach. Doesn't he have 1 HP? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, he would have a bunch of spells. He would be I'm gonna say, let's say for the sake of brevity in this case, a wizard. He is a wizard with high armor class and 1 HP. However, he can increase his armor class with a variety of spells, such as Shield, which gives a +5 to his armor class. And so, the best way you could really try and get by him is one of two ways. Either, for melee characters, you would need to try and roll a nat 20. You're a wizard, Sansy, yeah. But yeah, no. You would need to try and roll a nat 20 against Sans, which is a 1 in 20 chance, bear in mind. Or if you're playing, yeah, you know, it's a 1 in 20 chance. Even if you are a champion fighter, which is the default fighter, quote unquote, you'd still need to roll a 19, which is 2 out of 20, so it's 1 out of 10 to some extent that you get a critical. But even then, I'm trying to think. Because there's also like a few other stuff to account for as well, because spells bypass a lot of spells can bypass defenses a lot. For example, magic missile is definitely a prominent example with the fact that it bypasses armor class. So shielded would be a primary de facto trait. So yeah, no, it's a bit complicated to try and place down. Along with that, he's got those Gaster Blasters too, so we're looking at a character with 35 to 45 armor class with the ability to clock out his armor class by 5 with shield. And along with that has AoE spells equivalent to that of Fireball. We'll just say for the sake of brevity that Sans is upcasting Fireball to perform his Gaster Blaster. Yeah, so, yeah, to say the least, with Sans, he'd be, I would say, Undead Wizard with armor class of 35 to maybe 45. Again, this is depending on the tier we're looking at. Nat 20s will automatically bypass all defense and insta-kill him. And, yeah, that's what, if we're talking martial characters, of course. Although, I think that could be supplemented with the amount of shields, with a good amount of shields, as well as a bunch of defensive buffs he's got. So, to say the least, the whole idea would be, at this point, to have a high armor class and imposing disadvantage on the players. And so that's, I imagine, how the encounter would go. So yeah. Cheeserip says, I was playing D&D and the DM let me go back as the doctor. Imagine in medieval times. But I didn't. Oh man, I'm trying to think, because I don't think DMs would just ever so casually allow time travel to exist in their games. Mostly just due to the amount of work that would require. And along with that, a lot of DMs would also hold accountants for player character deaths. So pretty much, yeah. I mean, yeah. So the likelihood of a DM letting a player character kinda just get off sort of scot-free is a bit on the slim side. And allowing them to regenerate and the like. Although, it could be an interesting concept, actually. Again, that would require a actual consultants of a D&D game master. How would they rule it? What race, species you play as and the like, so
Hassan can get the gate.
Is it legal?
Another truffle hunt?
No, we're meeting Eldrin, the old elf I told you about. I spent summers here. Tended Hollow when I was a kid.
Hard to imagine.
I cast regeneration, this negating you're killing me, so no you.
Hassan.
Oh boy. Jesus, yes, Jesus says I cast regeneration, this negating you killing me, so no you. I'm trying to think. How do I respond to that, because for the most part there's two ways of going about it. There's the hard option, in which as DM in this theoretical scenario, I say, no, regenerating doesn't stop me from killing you. Roll me death saves now. And so that's what happens. And then there's the more, I guess, authorized side. You know, the side that allowed this to happen. So pretty much, let me think on that. I would say the characters would roll at disadvantage. However, if they hit the character midway through regenerating, they take 2 automatic death saves. Or they take 2 automatically failed death saves. And so they need outside source to help finish the regeneration process. So those are the 2 ways they could go out with that quote. One is saying, no, you take the hit, roll me death saves. And the other one is, alright, I roll disadvantage then, but if I hit you, you're taking 2 failed death saves. And you need someone else to help you finish regenerating. That's the ruling right there. That's the 2 ruling right there. Assuming that we're either playing this straight off the books or more homebrewed.
I got your message.
I cast Bowtie. I'm now cool.
It's me, Davrin.
He's sick.
I knew a Davrin once. Strange kid. Too small, even for an elf.
Well, now, hold on.
So, this walking mountain of armor I see before me can't be hidden.
You sure got old and cranky.
You got old and far too good looking. I was always the lady killer.
This is Rook. We're working together.
Another warden. Can you be trusted around our holler, Rook?
I'd be honored for the chance to earn their trust.
The holler decide that. And if you don't impress them, their antlers let you know. Arlathan Forest is wrong in a way I've never seen.
We know.
The holler aren't coming around. And these old bones aren't up to the task of chasing them anymore. I need you to check on them for me.
Hassan, I told you.
Is that what I think it is?
I'm looking after him.
Remarkable. A griffin. Never thought I'd see one. Maybe all those summers here rubbed off. The monster hunter turned shepherd.
What was Davrin like back then?
We don't need to waste Eldrin's time with...
He sang a lot.
This guy?
He'd sing to the holler.
You mean the Grey Warden standing next to me?
Now hold on. I'd get tired trying to herd them. I started humming to keep myself awake, and they slowed down to listen.
So naturally you broke out into song.
Only when humming didn't work. Just getting the job done.
And now the job is caretaker to a griffin.
Hassan's got him wrapped around his little talon, searching all over for gingerwort truck.
Yeah, Eldrin's heard enough.
Davrin?
Character gives off Deadpool vibes. I was just thinking shit talker vibes. That's about it.
Seems my old lesson sunk in. Not every creature in the forest is quarry.
I didn't ignore everything you said. And now, we've got some holler to find.
Davrin, I'm glad to see you took the road less traveled. It suits you.
Alright, so in regards to Cheese Derp, I cast Bow Tie. I'm now cool. The ruling on that would be spell slot and boost to your charisma modifier for a set amount of time. I would say maybe an hour or two. Bear in mind that that could actually be bypassed by two things. I think one of them was like True Sight.
See if it has a dead branch.
Got it.
It's hollow, right? When you blow through it, it mimics a hollow's call.
The dinner bell.
Not ringing it yet, but that's the idea.
Here, some
Sweet as candy. Hollow lap them up.
interesting.
So he just wears a bow tie for an hour.
Let me try one once. As a lesson.
I mean, unless you got that physically, or you know, you actually got the bow tie in actual physicality, then yeah, that's how spells work to some extent. Even Disguised Person, I think, has like a limited. Yeah, even a spell like Disguised Person has a limited time. I think for Disguised Person it's like an hour or something. Let me see here. Disguise Self. 1 action, duration 1 hour. So, yeah. Actually, yeah, no. I'll just rule it as Disguise Self at that point. It's just pretty much an alteration, so no additional charisma attached. It's just alteration.
Over here, stone root.
Dig up a few. Good. Hang on to that. We slice away the outer husk. There's seeds inside that mimic the hollow mating scent.
Aye.
Time to get out that marble branch called the hollow.
He sounds excited.
Let's hope it's that and not I'm hungry for venison.
Why not both? Hungry for venison and I want to see Hala.
It's on the other side of this. He senses something. Could be Hala.
We've got a griffin. Hassan could track them.
I need to be careful with the predator in him that's ingrained to hunt and kill things before they kill him.
He'd attack the Hala.
Probably not, but he's never seen one.
Alrighty, here we go.
This is a good spot. Lay out the stone root and banner berries. Time to blow the horn. I'll let you have the honor.
Alrighty. Whistle, whistle, whistle. Oh wow, that's emaciated.
It looks sick.
How long can it last like that?
Another week, maybe? The forest is going rotten.
We need to do something.
Look around for more vannerberries.
Oh shit.
Hassan, don't you even think about going after...
Davrin, remember, trust.
Right. Turlum. Okay. Hassan, do as I would do, boy. Be nice.
Did Hassan just bring it some food?
He did. I'll be damned. Won't forget that anytime soon. Thanks for helping out.
Yeah, I just blew a horn. Hassan's the one who put on the show. There's more to him than Hassan's firstborn.
Eyes of an eagle, roar of a lion. But maybe the
appetite of all three? You found your turn.
Yeah, we did. Come on, boy. You did good.
Woo, yeah! Turlum! Turlum!
We'll need to tell Eldrin about this holla.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave the emaciated fucking moose creature there.
Eldrin will drink you under the table, then the floor, then bury you in the basement as a joke. Most of my clan didn't understand why I left. Eldrin had an open mind, saw I was restless.
He approved.
He knew I had to find my own way, though he warned me about joining the Wardens.
Too dangerous.
Too much darkness. Eldrin always preached balance in life.
Not a lot of that at Weishaupt.
We reek of darkspawn all the time. Guess that's why working with Hassan, there's something to be said for drawing strength from the light.
Alrighty.
Any luck?
We found one. Looked sick.
I was afraid of that. If you can find more Vanaberries.
Hassan took care of it.
A griffin helped to holler?
It's like he was a shepherd. I couldn't believe it.
Remarkable.
Nothing about that in the training manual.
The world knows griffins as warriors who fought Darkspawn, but they existed long before that.
Existed as what?
A creature of the wild, free to explore their nature.
But griffins live for the hunt.
So do you. Yet now, you're a caretaker.
I'm proof that anything can change. Don't know if it's for the better.
Nothing about change is ever certain. I once knew a restless young elf who believed there was more to life than shoveling hollow manure. It's the nature of nature to surprise us.
Maybe you're right. See you around, Eldrin.
Alrighty. Comrade in arm. Alright, go back to the lighthouse. Alright, let's see what's up with everybody. Yeah, boy, what's going on? Oh boy, we got a lot of stuff going on. Shit.
Oh, hey, Rook.
What are you working on?
Oh, it's part of that artifact, you know, from the ritual. I wanted to see how they did what they did, what it meant. Tried asking that thing, it won't tell me.
The knowledge of the great Anaris is...
A thing! Least I figured that out. How to make it go away, I mean. Damn it! We were getting through. To Syrian, he almost listened.
And then Anaris put all his happy little thoughts in your brother's head.
Not just his joy, his fear too. But it was him. The him I remember, just for a moment. Then it wasn't. Then he was someone I might need to... I don't think I can, Rook. Do that.
This stuff's never easy. And it never should be. You become Anaris when the hard choices don't hurt anymore.
I want to believe, to hope that it won't come to that. And that we get through to him, somehow.
I really hope you're right.
Well, either way...
Yeah, I like to have my in-law be alive so I could just jeer him every moment of his existence.
I didn't tell you. Right. The artifact. Couldn't figure out how it did it. Made those demons, I mean. But I attuned its resonance. And I'll know where they are next time, before they finish. So we can stop them. However we have to.
I'm here for you. No matter what happens.
Thank you, Rook. That helps. Because we need to stop him. Syrian, I mean. And if we can't convince him to step away. Rook, what you said before about us, are you sure that you still want that? I mean, with everything I've got going on, with Syrian, I mean.
Sure, why not?
Of course I'm sure. I'm here for you no matter what.
Okay.
Caesar says, okay, good night.
Wanted you to be sure. Anyway, I should get back. To work, I mean. I don't think we have much time.
Alright, let's go. Yeah. Woo, yeah. Better together. Alrighty, let's talk to everyone else now. See what they got to say.
I heard from Cal Sharrock about the missing dwarves. Stalguard's one of them. I have to go help. They sent me maps of the area where the missing were last seen. It's a start. You're coming to help, right?
I promised I would.
I'm ready to go whenever you are. Let's not wait too long.
Now let's wait a little while longer. You know, it's pretty good, I'd say. Pretty good time to just, you know, sit back, let it stew, and then just, you know, kindly, you know, sort of fuck off a bit. Hey, brother.
Hey, Rook. Have time for something outside the lighthouse? I was going to head to Arlington with the sun. See a real sky again. You're welcome to join us.
Alright, bet.
Oh, great. Is it your turn to cook? What's all this gonna be?
Paella. Well, two of them. One without seafood for Emmerich. And a gooseberry pie for dessert. Nev's favorite.
You made dessert just for Nev?
There's enough for everyone.
Oh, sweet.
Yes, but you still made it just for her.
You think it's a bad idea?
You're sweet on Nev.
Don't say it like that. You think it's too much?
Ah, she'll love it.
Don't they say the way to someone's heart is through their stomach? It's perfect.
The best way to the heart is between the fourth and fifth ribs. Don't listen to Biago.
That was definitely not what we were just talking about, Lakanis.
I'm not good at this. Hilario's always been the charming one. I just had to be good with a knife.
You can be both.
Rook, thank you for giving me this contract.
Oh boy, well, that's something, alright. Does that mean I'm Lucanus's wingman? Come on, let me get the title of wingman already, damn it. Just ever so casually and cavalierly. Wingman status.
So,
supper in Docktown?
You're actually taking a break.
I've got leads to chase on Alia and Docktown's missing people. A few sources will only talk if I'm alone. But if you're around after, you help me uncover all this. Supper's on me.
Sure. Count me in.
Yeah, and I thought we were gonna eat Lucanus's fine dining. I wonder if my rook is ever cooked. I like to imagine each and every time my character is ever out camping that they cook to some extent. Like, for example, my Kuslan, the Warden Kuslan character probably was like pretty shit at cooking and usually went for rations, but over the course of time actually learned how to cook.
Mana, hello. I assume Vorgoth's not far.
We have her, Rook. We have her. We know exactly what she's planning.
The professor asked us to research the artifact that came into the possession of Johanna Hezenkos.
She carries a gloaming lantern.
That bad as it sounds?
They were fashioned in ages past by unscrupulous necromancers. The lanterns steal and concentrate life.
Johanna could use it to leech life from hundreds at a time. An endless source of power.
Sounds overcomplicated and like it could blow up in her face.
Oh, there's nothing Johanna will not risk for her ambitions. But we've found her.
She has returned to Blackthorn Manor.
Why?
Hezenkos intends to hold a soiree.
That can't be her whole plan.
No, but I propose a small group infiltrate Johanna's lair while she's distracted and destroy her lantern.
Let's do it.
Vorgoth and I must return to the necropolis.
Hunt well.
If only we could make Johanna see reason.
You tried before. She seems stubborn.
Perhaps that's why she attained immortality, while I quake on the threshold. If I make my own bid for lichdom. Oh, it's no use pretending this hasn't stirred up that old dread of my own mortality.
You could also be having a normal reaction to facing danger every other day.
No, it shouldn't be this crushing, this prevalent. Oh, Johanna was never beset by these sort of fears.
Little fear's healthy. You'll feel better once we crash her lair and destroy that lantern. Promise.
Alrighty, let's see here. Anything else? Oh, look, we got Tosh. What the fuck?
Thanks again for talking to me. Being non-binary feels...
Okay, yeah, no, that's just... Okay, that kind of sort of is just breaking just a lot of things for me right now. A time to kill. A time to... Yeah, alright.
Tearstone Island. That's where Elganon and Gillenane will perform their ritual.
With an eclipse, those two can finish their dagger, then tear open the Fade. After that, we've witnessed the horrors Gillenane creates with even a trickle of the blight. What happens with a flood?
Next eclipse is a month away. That's not a lot of time. Getting past the Antam Navy won't be easy. They'll be on high alert.
We'd need our own fleet to get past them, which we don't have.
A dozen ships, a dozen fleets. Would that really change the odds against Elganon and Gillenane? By all rights, we should already be counted out of this fight. But look at us. We've made it this far. No one quits.
Damn right, kid.
A single boat can sneak past a blockade. We just need to find something that floats.
The Antam fleet may not spot us, but the gods see much farther.
Worse, they know about us specifically. They'll be waiting.
Oh, that's flattering.
They're taking us seriously, which is flattering. And it can work in our favor.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Harding, reach out to our allies. Wardens, veil jumpers, all of them. Tell them to be ready to start swinging. We start enough fires, make some noise, and the gods will look everywhere for us. Except at their front door.
It's worth a shot, but our allies aren't strong enough to fight a prolonged battle. We could be signing their death warrants. But it's the best plan we've got.
That takes care of the approach. But what about when we get there? We'll have 2 gods waiting. Who knows how many Antam? We'll need to be at our best. Question is, we there yet?
We've still too much unfinished business nipping at our heels. There's time before the next eclipse. It's best we use it.
I'll send off messages to our allies. They'll be ready.
Would Morrigan help? Could Morrigan help?
The world's ending. That's when Morrigan does her best work.
Where is a nearby warden I could sleep with?
See if the Inquisitor's willing to help us. I know he's busy leading the fight in the south, but he knows this blight won't end until the gods are dead. We're not ready, but we can be. Weeks until the next eclipse gives us time. Let's use it wisely.
Agreed.
Get some rest. Business.
Alrighty. Alrighty, good enough place to end things off on, I suppose. Alright, so that'll be all for this one. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed this stream. You want to see more? I'll be streaming again tomorrow around the time of the morning. So, we'll be switching and penduluming between Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl, or Chernobyl, to, well, here. So, yeah. Next stream tomorrow will be sometime in the morning, I'm hoping for at the very least. I got like a few things I gotta take care of, although it's mostly just housekeeping stuff, so it shouldn't take too long. Alright, so, that being said, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this stream. If you want to see more, I'll be streaming again, as I said, tomorrow, and I'm gonna go drink some NyQuil because I gotta get rid of this cold. I'll see you then. Till then, take care of yourselves.